It's the end of day 2 of the trial of the man accused of killing Michael Jackson. And every day during the course of the trial, I kind of write down when something big happens, I'll put it down on a piece of paper. And looking at what happened today, I think the first thing that caught my attention were the contract negotiations that Dr. Conrad Murray was having. Testimony today about Conrad Murray and money and the $150,000 a month that he was getting. That's big for the prosecution, talking about the motivation why he became Michael Jackson's personal physician to begin with. And it just makes him look bad. It makes him look like he's in it for the money. The other part of that was when he was negotiating to be Michael Jackson's doctor, being paid by AEG, the company that was producing Michael Jackson's shows in London, as part of what he wanted were some CPR machines he was asking for. The people from AEG are like, what does he need those for? And his explanation was, well, Michael Jackson's 50 years old, he's getting older, something could happen, we need that. But I think what the truth was is that he wanted the CPR machine because he knew he needed that to give Michael Jackson propofol. So for this jury, that's a potential outright lie by Conrad Murray in his contract negotiations. Now, the other part of the day that I wrote down here that I thought was important was about Michael Jackson the day he died. A lot of testimony about the way Conrad Murray was acting that day. First of all, he never calls 911. He calls Michael Jackson's personal assistant, leaves a message, talks to this one, talks to that one, never tells anyone to call 911, which is outrageous. Then when they're in the room and everyone's starting to come in, Michael Jackson's security and other folks are coming into the room, Conrad Murray, the cardiologist, is asking around, does anyone know CPR? Does anyone know CPR? The guy's a cardiologist. Again, making him look incompetent and out of control of the situation, which makes, again, Conrad Murray look bad in this case. The other part of this is after Michael Jackson dies, they go to the UCLA Medical Center, they showed surveillance video from there and testimony from people that were there. And Conrad Murray was asking to be driven back to the house where Michael Jackson died. Well, he was telling him he wanted to retrieve some cream that Michael Jackson wouldn't want the world to know about. I'm a little skeptical, I think, did he really want to get that cream or did he want to clean up the scene where Michael Jackson died? The saddest part of the day today, though, was when they talked about the reaction of Michael Jackson's 2 oldest children, who were right in the doorway when Michael Jackson, Conrad Murray was doing CPR on Michael Jackson. It was obvious that something was terribly wrong. And the description by Michael Jackson's personal assistant is that Paris, his daughter, on the floor, balled up and crying. And difficult testimony, again, showing that Michael Jackson is not just this icon, is not just this person that's bigger than big. He's somebody's dad. And his children were there at the moment that the world, not the world realized, but Conrad Murray realized something was terribly wrong. And their dad is in that room, dead. Big day, day 2. Day 3 coming up. We got some witnesses. I got some information here. Alberto Alvarez, the director of logistics, is scheduled to testify. Someone else very close to Michael Jackson. His personal chef, Kai Chase, scheduled to testify. And the paramedics who responded to Michael Jackson's house. That's all coming up tomorrow. Day 3 in the trial of Conrad Murray.